When you want to conquer women, it's important to know to which sign of zodiac girl is belonging. Thanks to this knowledge, you can choose the right psychological approach, because in many aspects, the sign of the zodiac determines characters, desires and hobbies. Women are more emotional than men, so checking them for compatibility is much easier. It's important to study the girl or woman you liked, in terms of her character. Of course, this is not cliché or stereotypes. Having learned the sign of a girl, you will be able to determine how she approximately can act in this or that situation. This is useful at the first stages of dating. Aries. Women born under this fire sign are impulsive. They are very independent and always know for themselves what they need for happiness. This independence determines the basic habits of Aries in love. Aries are active if they need to. Roughly speaking, in relation to them, advice on how to win the heart of a lady is not particularly effective. Aries know what bothers them, what to do, who to tempt. These girls almost never go on a date, simply because the men have decided so. With them, you need to be cautious, in no way obsessive. You cannot show your sympathy. Just turn around, talk, and do what the woman Aries will not expect, then ignore her, then pay attention. She will wonder, who are you? Taurus. This is one of the most romantic women. Taurus needs attention from men. To attract the attention of Taurus can be a high position, charisma, or better, all put together. You will need firmness and optimism. Sad and fussy at work, the Taurus ladies simply do not perceive. They want to be surrounded by heat. Taurus is a romantic sign of the zodiac, therefore, such girls see life in pretty bright colors. They want to see in a man all the positive qualities at once. That's why Taurus are very demanding. Girls are good at contacting, but rarely fall in love. Gemini. If you are interested in the Gemini girl, you will have to learn diplomacy, because such ladies really appreciate freedom of speech, freedom of action. They respect men who are not jealous of them and allow them to do what they want. They like men who easily relate to the weaknesses and vices of women. It would be even better if they could share these vices with them. Gemini like intelligent men with whom it is nice to talk, and not which are rich and independent. Creative men force such girls to breathe faster, and force their hearts to beat more often. Be unusual, then you will succeed with the Gemini. Cancer. Cancer girls show incredible selfishness. She is not a good pick for signs that seek extreme excitement and constant change, because she likes to hold on to things that make her happy, and won't easily change her house, partner or a circle of friends. If you want to date with such a special person, then you will have to prove to her that she has you alone. This is partly due to the great desire of female Cancers to create a family. They are looking for someone who will love them with all their heart, and will not betray. So, if you are really in love with such a girl or woman, it will be easy to find a common language with her. The most important thing is to be open and honest with the Cancers. They appreciate the sincerity of a man and his desire for peace and stability. To attract the attention of the Cancers, you will only be helped by the demonstration of your serious intentions. Leo. These are narcissistic women who can hit you with their self-esteem or lack of it. There are two types of Leos: incredibly strong spirit women who choose men themselves, and complex women who are characterized by a sharp change in mood and very wavy behavior. With the first type, you can go on a date very easily, but no matter how cool you are, the girl will eventually choose you. The second type are difficult to go out, but value simple men who are really in love with them. These ladies are often offended by fate, throwing dishonest men, but sooner or later they find their happiness. You just need to be this happiness, that's all. Virgo. Many people think that the Virgos does not have large requirements for men, but it's not true. Their demands, perhaps, are the highest of all. To attract the attention of the Virgo is very difficult, not to mention getting a meeting and meet. Virgos almost always choose themselves the men, and often mistaken. In front of the Virgo, you don't have to crawl. You must be yourself, so, in that way Virgo will notice you, the rest will make the fate. No matter how hard you try, attracting the attention of the Virgo will depend only on the girl's decision. To focus on something more, you will need to become a real man, taking the situation into your own hands. Do not let the Virgo decide where and when you will go on a date. It's your job. Libra. Libra is greedy for happiness, so all you need to attract Libra's attention is to be optimistic. Show Libra what's fun with you. Bring their attention to the bright appearance and humor. This is all that is needed for success, the rest will make your charisma. Libra girls are very fond of men's attention, so you will need to make a couple of compliments, but also unusual and hidden. Too clearly showing your sympathy is not necessary, because Libra is generally liked by all the persons without exception. You can also try to get Libra's attention completely ignoring. Such girls just do not understand why men are not looking or admiring her. If they do not understand something, it interests them. Scorpio. The women born under the sign of Scorpio associate themselves with honest and calm men. It's incredibly difficult to attract the attention of a Scorpio woman. It will be necessary to pass through fire and water, through many tests for strength. Only after that, you can be called a real contender for the role of husband or lover. Scorpio are very choosy in men. To win the attention of such a girl is a big deal. If you want to connect your destiny with her, then you will have to work hard to deserve it. Someone does not like difficulties, but it's worth taking a chance and getting a date, because not always everything happens according to regulations. A slow build, where trust is the foundation, is best. Try gestures of devotion, not sentimental or cutesy signals. Avoid coming on too strong, or too soon. Leave space for her desire to grow, intensified with sensual looks and touches. Sagittarius. Sagittarius' character is very dynamic and is not clear to many people. With Sagittarius you cannot impose your own rules of the game, to not scare them away. These girls value freedom almost as much as Aries. The main thing, it is your openness, because depressed people, Sagittarius absolutely do not attract. Love in Sagittarius' understanding is something very complicated. So, do not complicate anything in any way. They do not like difficulties. If you fall in love with Sagittarius too soon, she will turn her back on you. Take this girl as she is, then everything will turn out. Capricorns are all about ambition, leadership, personal drive, and directness. Capricorns have to try to please for a long time, especially women. Astrologers note the presence of great difficulties in finding points of contact with Capricorn. The huge difficulty in communicating with the representatives of the sign is that they, even if they pay attention to you, will pretend that they are completely indifferent to you. Capricorns hate to show their true feelings. Therefore, they will have to sweat in order to bring the relationship to a new level and simply to achieve openness in communication and flirting. Nobody promises that it will be easy. Capricorn girls know their strengths and weaknesses, so you will not pay attention to them with simple compliments. Play to her sense of competition, gently. Agree about your long-term goals early on. Give her the freedom to have some say in your plans. Aquarius early manages to understand what they want from life, and in the same time, an enigma for others. This also applies to issues related to men. Aquarius women are unpredictable, like no other sign of zodiac out there. Women of this type always know what they want. They need an interesting man, with a sense of humor and who how to do things that others cannot. In other words, they need someone who will entertain them, of course, in a good way. Aquarius do not tolerate monotony and boring men. It's possible to attract the attention of such a lady with bright actions. Your appearance should be presentable, but you do not need to jump above your head for the sake of this girl. You can also attract attention by the mind, erudition, ability to support the conversation. Pisces. The meaning of the life of this kind of girls is not fully understood even by themselves. The same thing happens in all spheres of life, including love. Pisces cannot be pleased, and sometimes it is enough and simple smile of a man. Do not think that Pisces are unintelligible in men, rather, even vice versa. Pisces often choose a life partner for a very long time. To attract the attention of Pisces, most simply is an extraordinary appearance or an unusual hobby. Act in this case it is desirable as soon as possible. Do not press on these women, and do not impose yourself. Be nice and cautious with them, then everything will turn out. Love is a complicated thing. Many people never find it in their lives, and many are constantly disappointed. Everything depends not only on fate, but also on your thoughts. Positive thinking is the key to success. Women do not like negativity and serious talk on the first date. They need lightness and emotions. Good luck, and do not forget to click on the subscribe button.